What is the difference between seeking and the separate self? So the illusion is that you're somebody inside this body looking out. So you're listening now, or you're hearing me speak, and then the assumption is that you're somebody that's inside listening. Sorry, I'm just going to open Skype, I forgot to. That you're someone inside your body listening to me, whereas who is this person that's inside the body listening? Who is that person? So the mind tells stories. The mind tells stories of who it is, where it's been, what's it doing, where it's going to go. So all these thoughts appear. And then there is this attachment to the thoughts, and it becomes like an energy inside the body, that there's actually somebody sitting inside the body experiencing life. And that's who you are. And that's not who you are, that's a functioning that's happening in who you are. And to me, suffering appears when there is this attachment to that person. And then there is a seeking to find happiness and your freedom in pleasure, and to avoid it from pain, in pain. So trying to find your sense of freedom in what you get or what you don't get, or in the personality structure and in your idea of self. So, I mean, this is all intellectual, and it's not like I have all the intellectual answers. I'm just putting across my opinion, and my opinion comes from everything that I've experienced up to date. And then at the same time, it's spontaneously arising out of nothing, but it comes through the filter of Lisa. And I don't believe that I have all the answers, like in the character. Like I'm always evolving and expanding and getting new ideas and changing my mind. And my basis of non-duality and what that is known beyond the intellect, but my ability to express it is always changing, and I don't for 1 second believe that my way of expressing it is right. But the seeking is most probably, like sometimes I say the seeking is the separate self, which it could be, but today it feels like what I'll try and express is that there is the attachment to the body-mind, there is the attachment to the body-mind's life, and then from that comes, like when you're attached to the body-mind, everything becomes too important, and then you lose contact with yourself, you lose who you truly are, and then seeking forms in time. And this seeking kind of adds to your personality structure, it adds to your identity. So if you've got really strong seeking for, say, being famous, then that will become part of your personality structure, so it's a part of your character. So it adds to the personality structure, but it's more a result of the attachment to that, to the personality structure. So there's an attachment, and then the seeking is the result. But the seeking also exacerbates everything, so it makes the character more defined and more predominant. So that's what suffering is to me, is the attachment to self, the belief that who you are is limited and lives inside this body, and you've got 80 years to live a happy life. At first it won't seem like suffering, but over time, when you can't make life work, it will become more and more like suffering. And the seeking is so convincing because what it does is it tells stories. So it says, if this person didn't do that, if this person didn't do that, if this didn't happen, if this happened, if I had this new house, if I had this new dress, if I had a different face, whatever it is, or bigger boobs, or a dog, or loads of money, I would then be happy. If my wife or husband didn't moan so much, if they were more happier, or if they were into non-duality, then I would be free. Or if I lived in a different place, if I didn't absorb people's energies, if I didn't have difficult energies around me, then I would be free. And that's all a lie. There's nothing in this life that will ever make you free. But it's so convincing. It's so convincing. But there's nothing that will make you free. Who? Who would be free? There is only this moment. What's happening? It's all stories that get believed. The mind has a good chat to itself, like me 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 me. Within the personality structure, there can be problems that aren't related to suffering or seeking. They're just bad parenting when growing up, or traumas that have happened. And that's not the same thing. That's part of the body-mind mechanism, that's part of the character. So non-duality isn't about improving the character. It's challenging the idea that freedom comes from time. And it's an energy. It's this energy of seeking and looking for something else in time, where there is nothing to look for. Your freedom is right now. Your freedom is what you are. And it's an energetic shift from being limited to not being limited. So there's this knowing, so there's an appearance of a character that's arising that's limited, but your essence is unlimited. It's huge and expansive. And this isn't a belief system or a religion. I know it sounds like that, but if there's actual deep reflection on what's being spoken about, it can be seen intellectually but that's not it. But it can be seen intellectually that there is no divide. So there is consciousness appearing, there is this awakeness that's appearing, and it's not limited, it doesn't end here. There is nothing outside awakeness, and you never experience outside of awakeness. So you never experience America or Africa or going to the moon or going to your parents' house. You experience right now, and right now is an unknown. Right now is happening. So this is talking about going beyond concepts. Like right now isn't something. And all of those things, America, going to your parents' house, are imaginations. And then when you arrive there, the idea of where you've been before at your house is an imagination.